shy of the warning track, sliding on his back onto the track, and bang, zoom, a curly W.
Now on your home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show has coverage from the AAA Pacific Coast League. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Chris Miller will step in now.
Corner, also taken for a strike. So he's got him in a quick 0-2 hole now.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first mark for the season. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Miller is going to have room out there as he puts this. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. Miller will get there and he puts it away to Chris Miller. And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit well out toward deep left field. Mathis is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Changed up on him there, but it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Miller is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now. Chris Miller. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Gonzalez is right there, one down.
You can't underestimate how
left field. And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the seventh. Two gone. Here's a fastball that swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. Chris Miller will be tasked to 1-1. Now here's the ball hit high and deep out to left center field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll round it and try for third. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
don't want to take too many chances on the bases, but that's good hustle there to get all the way into third base on the triple. Now, that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get all...
Throw on to first to be in time, but meanwhile the lead shrinks to 1 here.
Umpire making the call. Hello, Yasiel Puig. What a way to start a career.
Boss says a single, a homer, and a walk.
Matt Vasgersian back on the minor league pregame show as we move closer to first pitch tonight in the Pacific Coast League with the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Chris Miller will be our subject. And, well, there can be no beating around the bush on this one. He was, without a doubt, one of the best players in the minor leagues over the last month. MLB The Show's tour of the minor leagues continues as we make a stop in the 16-team Pacific Coast League. And with final warm-ups nearly complete, let's check out the starting lineups for each manager here tonight. Ball games. Here's a fastball that swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Miller is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Chris Miller will step in now to count 0-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. 1 away here to begin the third. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. And now he has some trouble with it in left. So some real problems out there. Chris Miller.
Shut him down for us.
Now a ball rolled softly to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 hit. Chris Miller. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out. in the air down the left field line and deep. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of ground. Weighted back on a changeup nicely that time as it's bounced toward the hole and through into left field for a base hit. Oh, and Baker's tag is there. He's out at home plate.
Here's a situation where any run you can get to add on to your lead, it's an important one. But this never really had much of a chance.
Here's a fastball that swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And this is taken in easily, and just like that, 2 are gone to start the 8th inning. Goes the other way with a curveball here, and he got a lot of it out to deep left. Miller has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire. Chris Miller will stand in. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Well, these guys have been...
Oh, and it misses ball 4, and that will force home a run. They look for a little insurance here in the top of the 9th. And now a swing and a ball hit in the air out to left field. And the leadoff man retired here to kick off the 9th. Chris Miller's 1-2. And now a pitch on the way. 1-2 offering is hit in the air out to straightaway left. Laird is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits.
Line drive, base hit, there it is. 4,000 hits. Janssen, the 3rd man in.
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. Chris Miller will step in now to lead things off.
This guy's got him a 4 spot to work with in the 1st inning, so you got to figure he's going to be out there pounding the strike zone.
Eagle is right there, 1 down. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. And it's a fly out to start the 2nd, 1 away.
Well, and I think that's the thing with
Chris Miller.
Guys, I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
And a close play at first, but a great... Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Miller is there, and he'll make the catch to... And a changeup that time that's lifted in the air out toward left. Miller is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Chris Miller.
Here we go.
Driven the other way, but caught down at 3rd. Had him played perfectly that time, and there are 2 gone. Chris Miller will dig in here with the bases loaded. 1-1 on the way. Now a ball hit in the air, and this looks like it'll get him out of it. Eagle is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger. Out with 2 on and 2 out. Out in front of a changeup there as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Miller is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3.
The umpire making the call. They're going to say he's safe. There was interference at 3rd base.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor leagues. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Chris Miller will move towards the batter's box as we're just about set to get underway tonight. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards 2nd. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. Goes the other way as this is lined to left. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the 1st out. Inning number 2. And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit well out toward deep left field. Miller is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great Chris Miller. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up, and I mean way up there on the left side of the infield. Ramirez is there, and the side is retired. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. Miller has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. And now a ball hit fairly well here out to the deep part of left field. Miller is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Chris Miller. Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it deep down the right field line. And they'll get on the board after all. It's a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him, as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
When you look back on his start, this is one of the few times tonight where he's missed his spot. Here it is on show track. This isn't even close. This is one of those where you know it's trouble right when it leaves your hand.
Chris Miller will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here.
Big time right there.
I got the high fastball there, and he popped it straight up, way up there on the infield. Ramirez is under it, 2 gone.
4-3 on a 2-run home run by Juan Uribe.
Now here's Moore's pitch. And Jeter hits a long drive to right center field. That ball is high. Hit it.
MLB The Show's tour of the minor leagues continues as we make a stop in the 16-team Pacific Coast League. And before we get much further, here's a look at our starting lineups tonight. Chris Miller makes his way to the plate now.
Thinking about protecting the plate, and he nearly chased a bad one there, but he caught himself at the last possible instant.
Park has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Chris Miller. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Single.
Fire that thing in there.
Now here's a ball hit high and deep out to left center field. And he is going to have extra bases to start the 4th. The relay. But he is in there with a triple.
Boy, he had one thing on his mind right here. Once the ball left the bat, he just put his head down and said, I'm not stopping until I get over to third base. And sure enough, he's in there with a leadoff triple.
Step in. He doubled home a couple his last time. Here's a swing and a ground ball. The second for 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come into score. 2 trips. And a fastball swung on and hit in the air to left. Miller is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the 2nd out.
He comes with the fastball, but he's going to live to tell about it.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the 1st out of the inning. Chris Miller. This should end the inning as it's sent out to 2nd. And indeed it will. He throws him out at 1st, and the side is retired.
This is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Well, this is a situation.
On a big swing there at a fastball, and he really got into it high and deep to left center field. Miller is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good.
The Red Sox have the lead. 5-2 Boston. Victorino pumping his fist as he rounded first base.
Here's a high drive, deep center field.
The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Chris Miller will move towards the batter's box as we're just pitch. Opposite field to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. Chris Miller
already, so you got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Well, as an offense, you always wish that you could bottle whatever you've got going right now and take it into all your games. Whatever it is, sometimes guys just feed off one another. They start thinking, well, hey, if this guy can hit a home run.
Chris Miller. And he just dissected him in that at-bat as he flails at that one. Chris Miller. And a half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Chris Miller will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Now a fastball that swung on and lifted down the left field line. Miller is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his 2nd plate appearance. And a fastball here is swung on and lifted in the air to left.
And he's fine.
Chris Miller.
That one off.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. Throw comes back in quickly, so put the runners at first and second now.
Oh, 1 run scores. Here comes Carrera. He'll score. They're waving Michael Young home. The throw to the plate. The Phillies have won it. Kevin Franzen comes off the bench and shoots a 3-run double into the game.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The 2013 Red Sox are the world champions and Boston strong. Bedlam at Fenway Park as the Red Sox clinch the World Series at Fenway for the first time in 95 years.